Vanakkam. My name is Ravindran. I am from the Namakkal district of Tamil Nadu. For the past 45 years that I have been running this Vajiram and Ravi IAS coaching center in Delhi, catering exclusively for the needs of the IAS examination. My subject of specialization is Indian Constitution and current affairs, which I have been teaching along with my interview guidance program. So the successful rate is rather low. Out of about 5 lakh students who actually take the examination, only about 1,000 and odd students, they actually qualify and get allotted services. The success rate is less than 1%. And more or less it's the same for Tamil Nadu as well. Since it is a all India competitive examination, it attracts large number of students and that makes the examination more competitive. Well, this examination is a syllabus heavy examination. Sometimes it is called the mother of all written examinations. So because of this, a student should study hard for at least 2 to 3 years, prepare enough and gather sufficient knowledge to pass this examination. Along with the textbooks and the theoretical knowledge of the various subjects, a student should also be genuinely interested in learning the current developments and develop the ability to integrate the static knowledge with the dynamic knowledge provided by the current affairs. A systematic and dedicated approach of preparation for this exam over a period of 2 to 3 years are very essential for anyone to qualify in this exam. We follow a kind of wholesome approach towards our teaching program. Apart from providing the candidates the necessary basic knowledge, conceptual clarity, and help in laying a good foundation in various subjects for the candidates, we also undertake test series, that answer writing practice for the students along with this course. That there are prelim test series, main test series, and answer writing practice, mentorship programs, wherein that the specific needs of the candidates can be addressed. All these, the accessory programs are also combined with the main teaching program. Well, initially for the first 2 to 3 months that we focus primarily on giving them the basic knowledge of the various topics of the general studies and the optional subject syllabus. Thereafter that we introduce that test series. For example, in the preliminary test that we conduct about 30 tests, each test consisting of 100 questions covering the various aspects of the syllabus. And these tests repeat the topics many times so that by taking this test, the candidate can also revise the subject syllabus 5 to 6 times so that he develops a greater ability to answer the questions in the exam. Along with that for the main examination, we have introduced that answer writing practice where we invite the students to write answers every week and submit them for evaluation and analysis. So we indicate while correcting the scripts that what are the strengths and weaknesses of the candidates, and we also give suggestions how to overcome their difficulties and score better and better as the answer writing practice program progresses. For the general studies papers, that we have 2 main programs. The one is the regular foundation course which lasts for about 11 months. And in these 11 months that we intensely teach the prelim and the main syllabi of general studies, conduct examinations regularly, and also conduct classes for the current affairs part of the examination. This foundation course is primarily meant for the candidates who have completed their graduation and decide to sit for this civil services exam. Then we have another regular program called as the course fledgling. Fledgling means that the first flight that a bird takes. So the fledgling course is for those candidates who are still in their undergraduation course. It is aimed to cater to the needs of the second or the third year candidates of the undergraduation courses who are still studying in colleges, where that the initial in the first year that we conduct classes only for 4 days a week so that it does not unnecessarily interfere with their academic course in the college. And we teach the prelim syllabus, giving them the confidence to handle the subjects. And in the first year itself, that we also teach them how to read the newspaper, how to prepare notes out of the newspaper, that we also teach them how to prepare notes out of the textbooks, how to combine the notes of the textbooks and the newspapers so as to make a wholesome the notes with which that they will be able to answer questions based on both the aspects of the syllabus. We have many accessory courses or support system. For example, we have a weekly test. Every week on Sunday on the portal of the institute, we post 25 multiple choice questions based upon the topics that we have taught in the classroom and also the news that were reported in the newspapers in the past 1 week. Answers are displayed and the explanatory notes are provided for these 25 questions. Thus, every month that a candidate answers one full preliminary test consisting of 100 questions. Similarly, that every Sunday we also post 5 main examination questions, inviting the students to write answers for these 5 questions. These answers are collected from the students, evaluated, and then returned back to the students with the necessary comments and suggestions. Apart from this is the regular program. Apart from this, that a separate prelim test series is started under which 30 tests are conducted over a period of 5 to 6 months on a fortnightly basis, where the syllabus for these fortnightly tests are indicated much early so that the students can prepare thoroughly and come and take the test on a regular basis. There is also a recorded video lectures provided twice a week for over 1 year, in which that we analyze the major current developments that have been reported in the newspapers, and that helps the students to cover the newspapers thoroughly. Apart from this, that we also provide a compiled news service in the form of a monthly current affairs magazine called Recitals, wherein that we cover 4 or 5 newspapers and 2-3 magazines and compile the major news items that are relevant for the civil services exam and distribute it among the student once a month. Then further, that we also provide interview training program after the main examination is over. Further, to address to the specific needs of a candidate, we have mentorship program under which that the students that they can raise their particular doubts relating to their preparation with a mentor, where the same mentor can be chosen by them all throughout the course, or they can have different mentors according to their needs. So these are the various other services we provide along with the regular coaching. Well, as I mentioned earlier, that the weekly test, answer writing practice for the main examination, dedicated preliminary test in the form of 30 tests for general studies and CSAT, and dedicated main examination test series after the prelim exam gets over. Well, in fact that the early bird catches the worm. This proverb applies very effectively, and because of this, I suggest that the parents should initiate and understand whether their children have the aptitude to join the IAS and other civil services. If they find such interest, they should first and foremost encourage their children to develop the regular reading habit of a national newspaper, because 2/3 of the questions in the preliminary test and also at the main examination stage are heavily influenced by the current developments. So without the regular reading of the newspaper, the current knowledge cannot be developed. Further, that while reading the newspaper, the parents can help them to identify important news items like the editorials, the center page article, that special columns like the frequently asked question columns, the profiles of the various personalities who appeared in the news, the interviews given by the various authorities like the chief election commissioner, etc. So these news items that appear in the newspaper can be more focused and develop the genuine basic knowledge on the current developments. This is one part. Then from the early stages of one's college education, one can slowly start the orienting his preparation towards the civil services exam. Much before that, he decides to sit for the civil services exam. For example, that during the semester holidays, the children can be encouraged by the parents to go through the basic NCERT books on various topics which are relevant for the civil services exam, like Indian economy, Constitution of India, Indian and world geography, history, Indian history, world history, so that the candidate becomes much familiar with the content of the syllabus and develops the basic knowledge before he actually starts preparing full-fledged preparation approach for the civil services exam. Apart from this, during the college days, that one can also develop the extracurricular and co-curricular activities. It is better that a candidate develops the reading habits, whereby preferably he goes through the non-fictional books which are more the knowledge oriented, and also including the biographical and autobiographical books of eminent personalities, so that they get inspired by their living, by their life, and also that they also develop value systems, and that will be highly helpful in developing their communication skill, both necessary for the main examination and interview purposes. So further, that one can start the preparation, the coaching, if one decides to take coaching from the second or third year of their one's undergraduation course, so that within a short period after completing the graduation, one can join the civil services at a relatively young age. I think that at least the first one or two attempts in the civil services exam must be a full-fledged attempt without getting diverted in pursuing many other the careers simultaneously, because this examination has a heavy syllabus which needs concerted and consistent and persistent approach in preparing for this and compete and qualify. Since it is a all India service, and because of this, that the candidates coming from all parts of the country, they compete, and you are competing with the cream of the the students. So because of this, the dedicated approach towards preparation for this exam is very essential, and the parent support and encouragement are also very necessary for this exam.